Hello everybody, this is Mr. DSI Review, bringing you guys the next episode of This Week in Nintendo 3DS News. This episode is going to cover from Monday, October 10th to Sunday, October 16th of 2011. And it's been a relatively slow news week, but there still have been a few significant things. This first one's a little smaller, it's just that Tales of the Abyss 3D will be coming to North America on February 14th. Europe's going to be getting it on November 25th, and as far as I know, it's just a remake of the original Tales of the Abyss, which I believe was on PlayStation 2. I've never actually been a fan of the Tales series. In fact, I've never even played it, but I've heard plenty of good things about it, so maybe that's good news to some of you guys. The next bit of news has had some confusion revolving around it, and it's that the Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire remakes were hinted. Now, Junichi Masuda, who is one of the big developers from the Pokemon games, started Twitter recently, and someone asked him what he thought about making Ruby and Sapphire remakes, and his reply was in Japanese, and the actual translation is mostly just a thank you for your comments, I'm glad you enjoyed the games, and that's about it. But a translation that someone else created was that he said he would consider the request, and so while it seemed like the Ruby and Sapphire remakes were hinted a lot more than they might be, I still think they're a possibility. Um, because Pokemon makes a lot of money. It's a crazy fast-selling game, and in fact, as far as I know, it's one of the best-selling titles Nintendo has for their handheld systems. So, I wouldn't discount the fact that there might be remakes of the third generation games. It's just that it's not as likely as people might have thought, basically, is what I'm saying. The next bit of news is regarding Resident Evil Revelations, and it's that multiplayer and Street Pass have been confirmed for the game. Nothing's really been said about Street Pass, but as for multiplayer, it'll be two-player co-op. You can do it locally and online, which is nice. It's not going to allow you to play through the main game. Instead, you'll play through a raid mode, and I'm not sure if any details have been divulged about this. I haven't found any, but I'm assuming that you probably just kill zombies with your friend. Judging by a name, of course. And, other things that have recently been revealed is that the 3D effect is supposed to enhance the horror of the game, and what the slider pad will do. Now, of course, the slider pad is going to be optional, but if you do use it, then the right one, as in the one that's part of the attachment, is going to be used for aiming and shooting, and then the left one is going to be used for movement. So as far as I'm interpreting it, it's going to be kind of like your standard console first-person shooter controls with the dual analogs. Hopefully that'll be nice, because when I played Resident Evil Mercenaries, I tried it for the friend, and personally I was not a fan of the controls. I thought overall it was pretty good, except that the controls just really bothered me. And the last big piece of news for the week is about a game called Guild 01 that has been announced, and some details have been revealed. It's being developed by Level 5, which is probably best known for their work on Professor Layton and Dragon Quest IX. It's actually going to be a collection of games. One of them is going to be a 3D shooter, one of them is going to be an airport simulator, one of them is going to be an RPG where you play as a shop owner, and another one's just going to be a fantasy RPG. So, not too much to say about this. I'm not exactly sure what to think. And I'm also not sure how high the chances of this ever getting localized are, but it might be something interesting to watch for in the case that it does. Anyway, that's about it for the week. As usual, you can follow up with news during the week on my website, and I've been trying to post as often as I can, especially about big news. Right, for the time being, I'm still not, devoting a whole new article just to some very small piece of news, or at least what I think is small news. But that's about it. So if you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe. Like I said, check out my website, check out my other videos, and I will see you guys next time.